right, fellow nerds, welcome to the nerdy news of the week portion of our little podcast. We have a few things to talk about today. We talked last week how Kevin Feige had talked about the Avengers Endgame will include some deleted scenes, some new footage to kind of lead us in. Joe Russo has also commented on it. He says it's an opportunity to create a bridge from Endgame to Doomsday in a very unique way.
Yeah. I think it's another, well, kind of screw what we were planning on doing after Endgame. Let's just forget about all that and focus on Endgame.
I thought that was an odd way to look at it. Like, they're now saying, oh, this is a direct sequel to Endgame. So the last, 7 years of all these shows, really? I mean, anything?
Yeah.
Is that where we're going with this?
I don't understand why they said it that way. I assume what they're thinking is in conjunction with these new end scenes that we're putting at the end of as Keith announced in our last stream when he was talking about how they're going to re-release Endgame in theaters. I'm guessing maybe that's what they're talking about, but yeah, otherwise you guys are correct. It doesn't really make sense that they would say this is a direct sequel when we've had other movies in between that, not to mention other shows that have extended the story since then. So unless they really are just like pretending like, nope, none of that happened because Endgame was the last time any of this was good, so none of the rest stuff happened.
Yeah, and Keith, you mentioned on a previous episode how there's a rumor that Spider-Man Brand New Day takes place after Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
This news makes me a little fearful that might be true.
Yeah. Weird.
It would be a bit odd. And originally, remember too, I didn't talk about this when we talked about it. Doomsday was originally supposed to come out before Brand New Day.
You're right.
It was supposed to come out May this year. So that
it was
may
May.
have some. We may be wrong in assuming it won't take place after Doomsday in the timeline. We know it comes out first, but it'll be weird to see how that plays out.
Yeah,
it's gonna be jarring if that's the path that they take.
Yeah. And now we have another rumor.
Okay.
Doctor Strange will have a redemption arc after Avengers Secret Wars. For those of you who have not seen the other rumor, they think Doctor Strange is going to side with Doctor Doom.
Huh.
And fixing the incursions is their main thing, and, doing all this stuff. Now, I don't know if somebody came up with this.
Sure.
Came up with this because they heard the other rumor. But if they really do kind of a soft reboot, will he really need a redemption arc?
Yeah, every single time this whole soft reboot thing is brought up, I don't know. Like, I'm really trying to square away in my mind how that's going to work if they keep announcing we're setting this up for that, we're setting this up for that. And so, like, I don't know what all would be involved in a soft reboot, as far as reintroducing characters, who they're going to bring back. But the fact that the current rumor that's going around is that Jean Grey is going to appear in Brand New Day, and that's going to set up the X-Men within the MCU. Oh, but by the way, we're also doing a soft reboot. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how any of that really makes sense. So, I don't know. It's for me, whenever some of these rumors come out, it's hard to square away like how true they could actually be based on the plans that we are hearing are actually being announced.
Well, remember, a lot of the rumors turn out to be false. A lot of these scoopers, and especially since they have come into prominence a little bit, and they're almost like influencers on the social medias. Once you become like this scooper, people, they get tons of...
Gotta get them views, gotta get clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of
my gosh, yeah.
Even the studios probably put out false rumors to grab these guys to kind of set things up. So yeah, everything's got to be taken with a grain of salt. I read that and hearing that Doctor Strange, because he does serve Doom in the Secret Wars 2015 comic.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if they go that route for the movies. They may not. They are making enough changes to the source material, much like, we see in Invincible and definitely The Boys, that it may not work out that way. But I just
Now, in the '90s Spider-Man animated series, the Thing ends up serving Doom because Doom decides to heal him, turn him back from back into being a human. And so he's convinced that, oh, you know what? Maybe Reed. I think maybe you're wrong, Bob. Maybe he's right. He turned me into a human, and you've been saying for years you would do it, and he did it in a day.
Could be.
yeah. And it's funny because that moment was stolen in One World Under Doom comic. He becomes Sorcerer Supreme, and he turns Ben Grimm into a human.
Huh?
He goes, just to show you that your genius friend, who failed all this time.
Right. That's a very Doom thing to do.
Yeah.
Like not do it to help Ben, but just to spite Reed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was done for the
100%.
exact wrong reason. Your friend is a fool. Well, thanks for curing
Out of
me.
spite.
Oh yeah, that too. Sorry. I guess that's okay. Now, this next one. This is Alex Perez from the Cosmic Service. He has been right quite a bit, not always. But he says Amon Vellani will reportedly return in a cameo as Miss Marvel in Vision Quest. And I bring it up
That would make sense. Okay.
because we saw her gathering
Young Avengers.
Hawkeye,
The Young Avengers or
the
whatever they're going to be
champions,
called, the
whatever you
Young
call it.
Avengers, not anymore.
Champions.
The Champions, yes.
Oh,
I
Champions.
keep forgetting. Yes, I have forgotten that name like every single time it comes up, and Keith has to like correct me every time.
But I wonder if it'll be
You're
her
the
recruiting more
champions, my
things leading
friend.
towards a post Secret Wars, Champions series or something we got going.
Or are you going to have to add that to your pile of end credit scenes that didn't live up to anything?
I hope not. I really don't. There's too many of them as it is. So I hope that's not the case. Oh, and let's see. Jason Durham says they need to recast Tony and Cap. Those two characters need to be in the MCU. Agreed. We have talked about it a lot. I mean,
Well, Cap's already in the MCU. They have.
well, they do, but Steve
They do
Rogers
have a new
Cap.
Captain America, yes.
Right.
Yes.
But if you're
exactly.
talking about recasting Tony Stark, Iron Man specifically, and
Steve Rogers, yeah.
Steve Rogers, thank you. Wow. My brain. And Steve Rogers, Captain America specifically, then yes, to a point. But I don't think they should. I think we're well past the point of Steve being Captain America. I think it's fine to pass the shield on to somebody else. But yeah, I have no issue with recasting some of these roles. It'd be fine. I'd have no issue with that. The MCU has done it before, and it doesn't hurt the show.
Yeah.
Or the
I mean,
movies.
even in the comics at times, both Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson are Captain America at the same time.
Oh yeah,
They are.
And
Yeah.
Steve Rogers
From a
was head of
budget
S.H.I.E.L.D. for a
standpoint,
while.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a budget standpoint too, it's like we can't keep paying these big stars multi-millions of dollars for one appearance.
And-
It's like,
and for people who are like critiquing these things, when we see some big announcement, guess who we're bringing back? Robert Downey Jr. And it's like, you guys could just make a good movie again. Like, you don't have to keep like, Robert, I swear to God, we're gonna give you like $5 billion if you come back and save our movie.
yeah,
Well, and I think we all have the same thought. They're doing it, I think, for the wrong reasons. Sort of a nostalgia thing, and they don't realize
Yeah, exactly.
they're going to feel trapped in having to pay Robert Downey Jr. $50 million a movie because that's what works. That isn't what worked. Robert Downey Jr. was awesome. He was Iron Man.
He's a great actor.
Yeah. But you don't need him to make a successful movie.
Exactly.
No.
Give the man credit where credit is due, but like other people could play Doom. You really, unless there is some specific reason, some sort of multiversal reason that has Tony Stark becomes Doctor Doom, which it kind of sounds like that's not the direction they're going in. I don't know. I can't quite tell anymore between the rumors and what's true and what's not. If that is the actual reason, sure. Okay, I will buy it then. I'll say, good job, Marvel. Yes, it was a good idea to bring him back. But if they are only bringing Robert Downey Jr. back because of nostalgia, because he's a recognizable face, because he's been such a major part of the MCU, and they just want him to play Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom specifically, that I just think it's a bad move.
Yeah, I agree. I think that ultimately will shoot them in the foot
Yeah.
if this doesn't serve the story and everything and make sense for why this character is actually in that role. Because we have seen Marvel start to make some really good content lately. I feel like it started with Wonder Man, we're getting it with Daredevil. It's like we're on the up and up, and you don't need huge major stars in order to have good Marvel content.
You know, we heard that they had a moment when Daredevil Born Again season 1 was filming, and they were like, we've got to
Yeah.
scrap this and rebuild. And it's like they have been on a pretty good roll since
Yeah.
then. And I hope you're right.
Jason Deerham yelling at me, Steve Rogers. Yes, I know.
Jason, it's okay. Sorry.
Well, then, you know, it's funny because he's brought this up before, too. After seeing him in Succession, I think Kieran Culkin would do a great job as Tony if he can grow a goatee, LOL. You know, Kieran Culkin is a great actor.
He
You know,
is.
loved him
He is.
in almost everything he's been in. And he may want to play Tony Stark, and he could do a good job. I don't know how old Kieran Culkin is, though, and they might want to go younger if they recast.
Yeah, and
I think he's in his 40s, if I'm not mistaken.
Trying
Sounds
to
right.
remember. Yeah, he's got to be pretty close to 40 or something like that. He would do a great job,
I
but
think he's over 40 because he's older than Macaulay, isn't he?
I think he's his older brother. Yeah,
he is.
I
I
thought
thought
so.
he was.
I thought he was younger, like because he's in Home Alone as well, and I thought he was
Oh,
younger.
does Kieran, does he play the cousin?
He was the cousin? Yeah.
Oh,
The
maybe he
glasses.
is younger. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We definitely stand corrected if that is the case. But
Yeah.
that is done with our Marvel news of the week. We do have a DC item. According to Variety, a Static Shock movie is currently in development at DC Studios.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Please
that.
be true. Please be true.
I hope so too, and I hope this isn't, you know, obviously it hasn't been announced by DC Studios, which they do wait till they have a script and something in place. Please get this done. That cartoon was so
Yeah.
great. The milestone comics that
Love
he
to
was
see
in
it.
were really good.
Yes. Yes.
Side note, guys. Yes, Kieran is 2 years younger than Macaulay
Okay.
Culkin.
All right.
And then finally, gentlemen, we end on a Star Wars bit of news.
Yeah!
This isn't a rumor. This is a quote from Jon Favreau.
Ooh. Okay.
Love it.
I won't give you the exact quote because I don't have it, but basically he says the Mandalorian and Grogu will connect to Ahsoka season 2.
I love it.
Okay. Good. Good.
I think we assumed
Let's
a lot of
do
us
that.
assumed it, but yes, it's good to know that
Nice to hear that for sure. Yeah.
they're hopefully building towards something, an event type thing that maybe, you know,
Yeah.
who knows, the New Republic against Thrawn. Just throwing it out there.
Uh-huh.
You know, that would be pretty cool.
Ooh.